I just put my shirt on backwards. What's up, family? It is none other than your boy Jgiddins the Athlete. As usual, remember to be positive, be optimistic, and keep positive people in your circle, as those three things are key to assuring positivity is invited in your future. Welcome to day 2 of Jgiddins split training. Okay? The title of this video is going to be narcissist. Okay, now what's up, Diamond? One love to you. Now, anytime that I go live for my split training, I'm going to be live for 30 minutes, right, while I do my split training. I started my 30 minutes of split training on November 1st. Technically, today is November 3rd, so technically I'm late for day 2 because I didn't get to it yesterday. I did finish my 1,000 push-ups, I did finish my 100 squats, and I finished my 50 handstand push-ups. But I didn't get my split training done because I didn't even get done my workout till like 4 a.m. So this is day 2 of split training, okay? And we're going to do day 3 of split training a little bit later today, okay? Anytime that I do split training, for those who don't know, while I'm doing the split training, we're going to have a topic and we're just going to talk. We're just going to share conversation. Anytime somebody is in my split training video lives, you're welcome to ask me any questions. We can look at this as kind of like a Q&A, all right? For anybody who does watch this back once I start building up my platform and everything. So I appreciate y'all for that, okay? Now, for this split training conversation, and I actually need to I need to start the timer, y'all. So let me first off, because we already been in here for about a minute now. We've been in here for a minute, 50 seconds. All right, let's start the timer. All right. Woo. Woo. All right, now, the title of this video, I want to talk about narcissism, okay? I want to talk about what a narcissist is, and I want to talk about how that's going to play a role in your life. This is very important for women, and it's very important for men. It's actually very important for everybody, okay? Most women who deal with narcissistic men are going to be dealing with men who put their hands on them. That's normally what it is. Like when you're dealing with a man who's a narcissist, he's either going to beat on you or he's going to cheat on you. Normally, one of those two things is going to happen, right? If you're dealing with a woman who's narcissistic, normally she's going to either use your children against you, she's going to keep the kids from you, or she's going to threaten that you won't be able to see them and stuff. She's going to do something involving the kids, or she's going to do something involving your manhood. So she's going to like say things that make you feel like less of a man. She's going to try to like, you know, attack your manhood, right? So let's talk about, first of all, what a narcissist is, right? Narcissistic people, and I would recommend that everybody who watches this video, I would recommend that you go back and study narcissism. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really think you should study narcissism. I think you should study what people who are narcissists are like. And I can guarantee you that if you study narcissism, as you start to study it and read about it, you're going to find it describing the people you grew up around. Now, you're going to literally find that by reading about a narcissist, you can learn about all of your bullies, all of the people who abused you, because being a bully or being an abuser is kind of synonymous with narcissism. They kind of go hand in hand, right? So a narcissist, let's first of all just get out there that they're not like just these evil people who are walking around just doing evil stuff, right? What narcissists are people who have been hurt and damaged traumatically to a point where they have, out of a defense, developed a disassociation with empathy for other people, right? So let me give you a metaphorical example of like how this works with narcissists, right? Let's say you grew up in a situation where you was getting cut every day. Like every day somebody walked up with a blade and cut your leg and just cut you in different places every single day of your life, your whole life growing up. And then you get free and you're not getting cut anymore. You're out there walking around, right? And you're walking around and you see somebody trip and fall and scrape their knee, you know? How do you feel empathy for this person whose knee is hurting because they scraped their knee when somebody cut you every day? You get what I'm saying? Like for instance, right? I do 1,000 push-ups every day. Okay? The only reason that I don't think I'm better than everybody and cocky is because I'm not a narcissist. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's because I'm actually the opposite of what a narcissist is, which is a narcissist's worst nightmare and their favorite thing to have. Like, a narcissist loves an empath, right? I am an empath. An empath is somebody who, you know, those people every time they watch a sad movie, a romance movie, they bawling in tears, crying. You know what I'm saying? Every time something happens, they crying about it. It's like they can feel everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? They worry about what people are saying. Like, they're just so, like, you know what I'm saying? They're so emotional. Like, these people are what you call empaths. These are people who can feel other people's emotions without them having to do anything, right? Narcissistic people love those kind of people, because what narcissistic people do is prey on your ability to feel things, right? Because narcissistic people believe that if they're abusing you and you're not doing anything about it, then they are justified in their action, right? So a guy will have a girlfriend and he'll be beating on this girl, and this girl is crying for help. She's begging him to stop, but she won't leave. So he's not gonna stop. You know why? Because she should leave. That's the way a narcissist's brains work. Like, their brain doesn't work like, wait, I should stop what I'm doing because what I'm doing is wrong. Their brain works like, no, you should help yourself, like I did. You get what I'm saying? They are putting what they feel onto you. Like basically, you have to understand that it's not that they don't like you or that they hate you. It's that they feel like they had to go through it, so why shouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, it's the opposite of empathy. Empathy is, I had to go through this and I would never want somebody else to go through it. Narcissism is, I had to go through this, so you should go through it too, right? Narcissism is when you force somebody to get out of their own situation rather than helping them, because you feel like nobody helped me with my situation, so I'm not going to help people. These are narcissists, right? When you understand this, it'll let you see it very clearly, right? A narcissist will do something to you and then say, oh, well, you shouldn't have let me do that. But then if you do it to them, they will flip out. And it's not because they think that they're right to do it and you're not. It's just because they think that you're supposed to flip out too. Like, when they do something to you, they're expecting you to flip out because this is what they're expecting of themselves. Like, narcissists are basically projecting what they feel onto other people. So basically, like, if a narcissist knows that if somebody walks up to them and punch them in the face, that they're going to get angry and punch the person back, then a narcissist will go punch a person in the face. And if the person don't punch them back, they'll be like, oh, well, I guess I can punch this person. And they'll just keep punching them. Because at the end of the day, why didn't you fight back? Why aren't you defending yourself, right? This is the way their brains think. And the reason, what's up, Rick Official? One love to you, family. You know we on day 2 of split training. I'm just talking about narcissism, okay? And the reason that narcissistic people really search after and look for an empath, sometimes they look for an empath, other times they just are attracted to them. But when they end up with an empath, it's like night to day. Like, it's like their way of surviving, because an empath does everything that a narcissist wants them to do. What a narcissist wants is to trigger you. A narcissist wants to make you respond. They want to change how you feel. You know what I'm saying? You have to really understand this. And when you understand this, it takes some of the personal out of it. I am a person who has dealt with a couple different narcissists. I am a person who has been traumatized by narcissism. Traumatized. And I'm an empath. I'm a surviving traumatized person from narcissistic relationships. And I'm so strong that it has not forced me to become narcissistic. And one thing you want to understand about narcissism is that people who are narcissists create more narcissists. So, like, what's up, Issa? What's up, family? You came in and left right back out last time you came in, so I don't know if you're going to stay this time. It's like, no, it's all gravy. We on day 2 of split training talking about narcissism, okay? But narcissists basically create other narcissists. Like the only way, it's like there's some sort of like disease, like some spreading disease, right? The only way that a narcissist, you say, yeah, my fault, man, I had to go to, no, you good, family, I'm just messing with you. But I'm talking about narcissism, by the way. How do you feel about narcissism? If anybody's watching this video back, by the way, comment and tell me what you think about narcissism. But how do you feel about narcissism and narcissistic people? But what you want to understand is that they prey on your ability to respond to things. Like when you have a no, we're talking about how narcissism is addictive. It's not addictive, but it's like a gateway, right? Like if you put a narcissistic person around other people, those other people are going to also become narcissistic. There's no way not to, because they're either going to or they're going to leave or lose their mind. You have to pick one. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're just super strong like me. I mean, and that's not to say that other people aren't, but if you're really strong, and when I say strong, I'm not talking about doing 1,000 push-ups a day, even though I do that too. I'm talking about psychologically, meaning you do a lot of studying, you learn, and when something challenges you, you take your head on. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. Like when somebody came to me and said, you can't do 1,000 push-ups, I didn't go cry in the corner about not being able to do it. I didn't get an attitude because they dared me to do something I couldn't do. I didn't try to run from accountability about the fact that I was too weak to do it. I said, nah, I can do anything. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I did it. Like that's the level of strength that I have. Like I could do that. So I'm actually time enough for a narcissist, because everything that they say I can't do, I'm gonna just do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't fail. And if I do fail, I'm gonna keep going. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I have that spirit, but for the most part with a narcissist, they're going to push you to a point where you get angry and you start to clam up, right? The reason that I want to talk about narcissism is because I want people to be able to survive it and still be good people. Most people, even if you do survive a narcissistic relationship, you'll never be the same again. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you get around somebody who does certain things to you, you then feel like you have to treat other people differently because of what that person just did to you. You know what I'm saying? Well, shout out to Chef John Robinson. I don't know if you're a real page or not, but I do notice you be looking at my stories. So I appreciate you for that amount of support. If that is support, I don't know. But appreciate you, family. But yeah, like I said, you know, when a narcissist comes around you, they're going to tell you that you are the opposite of whatever you are, right? So if you're a person who thinks you're really, really smart, the narcissists are going to tell you that you're not smart. They're going to tell you, you don't really know nothing anyway. You don't even really do that much studying. You're not even really smart like that. They're going to make little statements like that because they want it to trigger you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it doesn't trigger you and you're not responding to it, that's going to be a problem for them. What's up, Rising of the Sun 313? Peace and love to you, family. We're on day 2 of split training. All right, so I started split training on November 1st. I'm doing November 2nd's set of split training for 30 minutes right now. And then I'm going to do another set of 30 minutes a little bit later. All right, this is making up for my missed day yesterday because I had a whole situation happen yesterday, okay? But like I said, these so the more that you study and you look up narcissists and how they act, the more you can pick up on it from the start. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, in the last, listen, I didn't even know really like strongly. I didn't know what a narcissist was. What's up, Garcia? You probably the only one who gonna come in here and not leave right back out. It's been like 4 people who came in. Chef John Robinson, Rising and Sun, I spoke to and they just come in and leave. They don't say nothing back. But Garcia, I know you're a real one. I appreciate you, family. And Garcia, I'm not gonna lie to you, family. That $5 you sent me, I really needed that, bro. Like, I'm not going to stunt. I'm actually kind of down right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a way to earn money because my car is down. You know what I'm saying? It's not that it's down mechanically, but it's down because the tag's expired and I'm working on that. And it's probably going to take me about 30 days to fix, which means I'm not going to have any way to earn money. But I still got to take care of my children. Still got to get Pampers wipes. I still got to feed them, like all that kind of stuff. So we actually had to go to the market. And that $5 you gave me, bro, it came through. I appreciate you. Like, I appreciate you. And I appreciate anybody else who's who's willing to support me. I want y'all to know that when you send me $3, bro, that matters a lot. Like, you can't think I'm one of those people that need a lot of money or want a lot of money or trying to like scam people to get money or something, bro. I don't even get fucking haircuts. Like, what the fuck am I spending the money on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even look like money. So if you send me $100, $20, $50, $10, you have to know that that's not going to a pair of fucking Jordans. That's not going to a fresh outfit for me to flex in. That's not going to a diamond ring, because I don't even wear jewelry. I don't even like jewelry because I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like flashy stuff. I don't like stuff. Anytime anybody sends me any money, it's going to go to my children. It's going to probably go to food, feeding them, or it's going to go to getting us transportation, you know, paying our bills, you know, our cell phone bill. I just paid the cell phone bill, which is part of the reason I don't have any goddamn money. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to what we was talking about, the topic of narcissism. Hey, Garcia, do you know what a narcissist is? Let me just ask you that, bro, because this is actually very important, bro. Like, this is actually a very important topic. Like, this is far more important than probably 90% of the things that men chop it up about, because narcissism is something that men need to know about, bro. If you don't know about narcissism as a man, you're gonna find yourself dead or in jail. like you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, because the way that narcissists deal with men will make you want to hurt them. Like, it really will, because as a man, there's nothing else for us to do but put our hands on you. Like, narcissists will fuck with you. You said, oh yeah, my sister's dude was one. Yeah, so I mean, like, so yeah, like, it's horrible when a man is a narcissist, bro. See, the thing about it is listen, in my opinion personally, there are far more women that are narcissists than men. Like, as far as I mean, I think women are more narcissistic than men, and I think that's because women are traumatized more than men a lot, because they get touched when they're little and they get hurt, you know, and they internalize that and they attack people because they never got healed from it. And this is just what happens with a lot of women. But when a man is narcissistic, that's really dangerous, bro, because when a woman is narcissistic, as soon as you realize he's narcissistic, all you gotta do kinda is like tune her out. She's emotional. Like, women are emotional. That's why when women are narcissistic, they're gonna say shit to fuck with you. They're gonna say, that's why your dick little. They're gonna say, that's why you're a bad father anyway. That's why don't nobody love you anyway. That's what they're gonna say, that shit to get to you, because they can't do this. They know they'll lose. They do this, you'll beat the shit out of them. So they know they can't win. Like, so the only thing they can do is attack you with words. This is what they're gonna do. But as a man, if you already know about narcissism, you're gonna be like, you just doing that because you're too weak to do anything else. Like that, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. When a woman be, you die, you motherfucker, and they be talking all that shit, that's because they know if y'all was to get into a fist fight, you would beat them to a fucking pulp. So they have no choice but to beat you down in other ways. So don't get mad at them. Don't get angry at them. Just be a man and understand that they have a lane and you have a lane. You know what I'm saying? Their lane ain't the one where they win physical fights. That's yours. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man, you got that. So the same way a woman shouldn't be in a guy's face trying to square up with him and fight with him, because that's not your lane. Sure, I'm going to beat all the shit out you. You know that. The same way they shouldn't do that. As a man, you should not be arguing with a woman. You never argue with a woman, because you're not going to win that. Because the way to win an argument is to be the victim. And men are not victims. We are not victims. That's a woman's place. As a man, you don't argue with a woman, because the only way to win an argument is to be the victim. You have to understand that. I'm going to clip this back. I might clip this back, y'all. Doing this split. Hey, this is a good split training right here. You hear me? This is a good split training. I'm going to clip this back. For those who don't know, I do split training every day, and we have conversations while we do split training. Today's topic was narcissism, okay? And the point that I wanted to bring to everybody was, a man should never argue with a woman, because the way to win an argument is to be the victim. When you go to court, you're arguing. Who wins? The victim, right? Whoever's the person who's, they did this to me, right? But as men, that's not what we do. We're not victims. We're not victims. We conquer shit when you're a man. So why am I going to argue with you? You know? Now, fighting is a different story. Now, fighting, men do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand what your lane is. You have to understand what your lane is. You don't sit and argue with a woman because you're going to lose. If she tell anybody that you're arguing with her, they're going to immediately tell you you're wrong. They're going to immediately tell you that she's, let me say, you said, shit, my girl might, you said, oh shit, my ex-girl might have been a narcissist. Oh, I'm pretty sure she was, bro. Listen, any woman that's not a narcissist is going to keep her man. Like that, unless you're a narcissist. But narcissism, for the most part, breaks up relationships heavily, bro. And narcissism is so widespread that I don't even think we should use the term narcissism. We should just say people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because people have trauma. Everybody has trauma because they covering up stuff that happened to them when they was little. Because they love their mommy and their daddy too much to admit that they abused them. So anytime that you are too afraid to face your abuser, which most people's abuser is their parents, and most people love their parents too much to hold them accountable for anything. They would never do that. They'd rather die. Most people would rather die than admit that their parents abused them. So, if you'd rather die than make your parent feel anything because they've conditioned you to be afraid of them or to not hold them accountable, which is, by the way, what narcissists do, then you're never going to fix your problem. And that's another thing I want to speak on that narcissists do. What narcissists do is they are trying to control your action, right? They program you to do what they want you to do. So like if a narcissist doesn't want you to, like, let's say a narcissist doesn't want you to keep bringing up that they put their hands on you. Like, let's say there's a guy who's narcissistic and during his last birthday, he beat his girlfriend up in the bathroom, right? If that narcissist, an empath is going to feel bad every time. Like, and here's the thing. An empath and a narcissist are not that far from each other. They just are different in how they think about things. But the way they have the ability to feel is the same. It's just they think differently about what they're feeling, right? but a narcissist, like, feels like, I forget what the example I was about to give is, bro. That annoys me that I made myself forget because I went too deep into it. But a narcissist does have the ability to feel your pain. It's just that they don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say you can't be a narcissist and not know it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, any narcissist that's telling you that they're not a narcissist, they're playing with you. They're fucking with you. And that's actually a part of narcissism. Like, you know what I'm saying? No narcissist is going to tell you that they're a narcissist. Like, because first of all, that defeats the purpose of being a narcissist. As a narcissist, the whole thing you have to do is hide that secret that you are a narcissist. Nobody can find that out. Like, that's like a fucking pedophile telling you that he's a pedophile while he's working at a school. Like, if he tells you he's a pedophile while he's inside of a school, everybody's gonna watch him around the children. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that, like, no pedophile is gonna openly say that in a school. Like, everybody's gonna be like, get those kids, watch him for those kids. He's going in that classroom, probably like the kids. Everybody's gonna know them, right? So that's the last thing they want, is for anybody to know what they're what they're up to, right? Now, once they find out that once you catch on to them, then what they do is they try to control how other people see you, right? So anytime that, and this is studies. I study, y'all. Y'all gotta understand, I'm not a stupid guy. I study. This is what narcissists do. If they find out that you are on to them, they will then control how other people look at you. So what they'll normally do is they'll start compiling data and information about you. They'll start saving stuff, right? And then they'll start showing it. They'll start trying to control what other people think about you. They'll start, like, spreading rumors about you. They'll start talking to people on the phone about you. They'll start saying, he did, they did that, they did, you know what I'm saying? This is what narcissists do. So normally when you have a woman and she's not a narcissist, she's not going to do things like that. And those are the things that make a man leave. Those are the things that break up a relationship. Like, a man won't typically leave a woman who is there for him and supportive of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just won't. He might cheat. He's not going to leave her. Like, I'm not saying that he might cheat, meaning that's okay neither. But I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different story. Because the whole ideology that a man cheats because he doesn't want to be with a woman makes absolutely no sense. And that can only be said by a woman, because women don't understand men. And they don't care to understand men either. That's the thing. Not all of them, by the way. So first of all, for those people who like to make everything, you know what I'm saying, just so anal, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not saying literally there's not a woman alive. Woo. Woo, yeah, I just want to... I'm not saying that there's no woman alive who doesn't care about men. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that normally your average woman is not really going to. You know what I'm saying? You said I went through that shit. Bro, I went through a situation where I had a girl. Bro, these women are so narcissistic, bro. And like I said, these men have to, bro, because you will put your hands on these women. Let me tell you what happened, bro. I never put my hands on a woman, but it's because I have such control and I'm an empath. But I know for a fact that other guys would have put their hands on women. I know for a fact that they would have, bro. They would have... This one girl, what I'm about to tell you she did to me, bro, I think another guy would have probably killed her, bro. And I tried to tell her, please don't ever do this to another man, because I don't know what he might do to you. But this girl I was messing with, her name was Akila, bro. I was messing with this girl. She was working at my job with me. And she started cheating on me with... We was living together. We was living together, working together, spending every day together. She started cheating on me with a guy that we worked together with. A guy that was a friend of mine, actually. He wasn't a friend of mine, but we was co-workers. We talked and stuff like that, you know? She started messing with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point where everybody was telling me that they was seeing him on lunch break holding hands, and they thought something was fishy and all this stuff. Because I had worked there for a year, so people knew me. They was like, bro, I think your girl, man. And I was like, bro, nah, there's no way, right? So I went to the guy, because everybody kept telling me. I went to the guy and said, yo, why everybody talking about you messing with my girl? Like, what's going on? He said, bro, you know what he said to me, bro? This nigga's such a narcissist, bro. He said to me, he said, bro, you know I got a girl. Why would I do something like that, bro? He played with me. And my brain believed it, because I was like, yo, he do got a girl, bro. I didn't know what a narcissist was. I didn't know that there are people who will just intentionally manipulate a situation and lie to you, right? So long story short, let me get to the part of what the girl did. So long story short, my supervisor, right? He said that motherfucker. My supervisor was so my supervisor was so distraught about what he saw me going through that he said that he would pull my girlfriend emails for me. So I said, really? He said, because he had access to IT and he could pull any employee's emails. So he pulled all of my girlfriend's emails between her and that guy. Bro, do you know he told me clock out? After he pulled the emails, he looked at him and he looked at me and he said, clock out. You might want to clock out. And I was like, what you talking about? He was like, just clock out. I don't want you to be on the clock when you read this. I was like, what? So I'm thinking like, what are you talking about, man? Blah, blah, blah. Bro, I look at the emails. You say, yeah, narcissists be like, pull me when they really doing some sneaky shit. Exactly, right? So I'm reading the emails, bro. This dude said, you know I'm short, right? You know I'm only 5'2", right? So I'm reading the emails. This dude is sending my girlfriend emails talking about, yeah, you know, he's short anyway. I don't know why you want a short guy. You need to get yourself a guy tall. You don't need no short guy. I could do better than him. You know, you know, if you have me, I'd be tall. He just kept doing the height thing, like he's short, blah, 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 right? And bro, it crushed me, right? It crushed me because I was like, damn, bro, like, why would they be doing this? I had just brought her to work that day. Well, the day before that, she was off this day, right? So on this particular day, you said he a bitch for that. Yeah, yo, he a bitch for that, bro. So look, right? I printed out the emails, right? And I left work. I almost killed myself going home. Like, the crazy thing is, when I think back, I'm like, bro, I should just be so grateful that I'm here. Like, I almost killed myself going like 150 miles an hour on the highway swerving because I didn't care what happened to me. Like, I literally didn't care what happened to me. I was like, yo, what the fuck make her think she could do this? So I sped all the way home, bro. I get there. I go to show her the emails, bro. Do you know what this female did, bro? She got angry at me and put me out because she said that I was being untrustworthy by going through her emails. Never mind the fact that she was cheating on me. Never mind the fact that her and this nigga was going out to lunch. They was talking about being together, all of this stuff. She put me out the house because she said I shouldn't have went through her emails. So therefore, it's my fault. Never apologized, never said, I know I was telling you I was loving you every day. I was having sex with you and he was coming over the house while you was gone. Because she had the nigga, he lived around the corner from our house. I didn't even know that. I found out later he lived around the corner. So that means on her days off when I was at work, where you think he was? You know what I'm saying? So like, and he was working at my job, so he knew my schedule. That's what I'm saying. They was playing me, bro. So it was so fucked up. Like she literally said, well, ain't nobody tell you go through my emails. That was none of your business. You need to mind your own business. It hurt me so bad, bro. And that's when I realized that, like, I still didn't at that time realize like, I didn't internalize it. And it's a really good thing for me that I didn't internalize the pain that other people have caused me, because then I would give it to other people. And I don't. I actually really don't. Like, I don't give people what I received, bro. Like, I really don't. I don't do that to people. Like, the things that I had to go through, bro, I would never want somebody to go through that. I could never think to myself, I'm going to put somebody else through what I went through because I shouldn't have had to go through it neither. Like, why would you do that? Like, well, why would you be doing something to somebody and keep doing it because they're not letting you, they're not stopping you? Like, you know, it's like that's dangerous because that means you have no self-control. Like, you literally would beat somebody up just because they won't stop you from beating them up. So you're like, well, they won't do nothing about it, so you just keep hitting them. This is the way a narcissist thinks. They think there's nothing wrong with what they're doing if you're not doing anything about what they're doing. So therefore, this is why you have a man beating on his woman, and if she don't leave, he feel justified to beat her up because he like, shorty, if you stand, I mean, then obviously I could beat you up. You get what I'm saying? This is how they think. So like with these people, you actually have to move differently. Like you have to treat them a certain way, or they're gonna think that they should abuse you. Like, and they're gonna validate what they do to you because you let them do it. Like some people don't have it in them to be good naturally. They need a reason. Like you have to give them a reason to do good. Like you have to give them a reason to stop because they don't have one, you know? So when you realize this, it really helps you internalize what the problem is so that you don't view yourself as the problem. And this is, again, to bring us back full circle because our 30 minutes of split training is up, okay? We're getting some extra with this talking. But real quick, to internalize, to bring it back to, again, why I said it's very important for a man to know about narcissists is because the things that a woman is going to do to you is going to make you want to put your hands on her. And she could not want anything more, nigga. Because the moment you put your hands on her, boy, every single thing that you did, she gonna point back to that. No matter what. It could be 10 years later, she gonna say, well, that day you hit me, right? No matter what, bro. It doesn't matter what you do. Everything you've done your whole life will be erased as soon as you do that. So it's the same thing with screaming and yelling. As soon as you raise your voice and scream and yell, then what they gonna say? Oh, look, he crazy. And then they gonna take away everything you've ever done, bro. You cannot allow a narcissist to have anything because they're gonna use it against you. Narcissists like to use your weaknesses against you. They don't want to help you. They want to use them against you. So this is why you have to protect yourself from narcissists. They thrive off of making you feel bad about what you do. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see you not do it anymore. They want to see you feel bad about it. And it's not because they're evil people, like I said. It's just because they have not received the closure they needed from the people who traumatized them. So how dare you think you're going to get it? You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. They had to fight their way out of it, so they're not going to let you get an easy way out. You know? It's really just kind of that feeling like, why should you have it and I ain't have it? Like, you know, it's kind of like that kid that want to take his toy and leave because other people playing with his toy. Like, it's my toy, you know? They feel like nobody helped them, so therefore I'm not gonna help you. You know, my baby mother's like that to my daughters. She was abused by her mother and she didn't have her father. So what did she do? Abuse my daughters and take their father. And there's no way I could ever get her to see she's wrong because at the end of the day, she gonna use that same narcissistic mind frame. Oh well, ain't nobody help me. The kids should help themselves like I had to, right? And I listen, I had a narcissist tell me recently, you know what I'm saying? Well, you do something then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really in the middle of abusing me, be like, okay, oh well, if you felt the way, you would do something. And this is why I say a narcissist will make you a narcissist. They will make you one because you have to be. Like, if you don't, you're gonna be hurt. You know what I'm saying? But if you're strong enough to deal with it and still be a good person, even though a person is tearing you down, do that. And I want to stand with you and let you know to do that, because I have done that. There's several people who have tore me down, and under no circumstances am I going to just get with somebody and then tear them down, or then try to act like I didn't do nothing to tear them down because I'm mad that somebody else did something to me, or whatever reasoning narcissists have to excuse their behavior. Like, they love to try to excuse their behavior with what you did. Like, they'll never say, yo, I shouldn't have did that, I was wrong for that, and that's it. They'll say, I shouldn't have did that, but you shouldn't have let me do it. Or they'll say, I should have did that, but you ain't do nothing to stop me. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's insane, bro. But it's normal, and it's what the case is for majority of people. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off the live. Y'all remember to be positive, be optimistic, and keep positive people in your circle, as those 3 things are key to assuring positivity is invited in your future. This ends day 2 of split training. J Giddins out.